In your opening comments about what he said that has raised hackles, etc., I want to refer to one of the points that he made, because he repeatedly has tried to explain the concept of Hindu Rashtra on multiple occasions. Today, what he said was that this Hindu Rashtriyata always keeps us together while accepting and respecting all diversities. We don't have a conception of nation state. States are formed and decline while Rashtra remains eternal. We should never forget this foundation of our unity. Opposition, however, is seeing red each time these statements are uttered. We've seen, for instance, Congress come out to say that such remarks are seditious, that this is a demand, in fact, for a theocratic state. So do you see this as a deliberate misinterpretation, or has the Sangh not been able to clearly explain what it's trying to convey?
See, the idea of nation being different from state and even territory being different from nation is a historical fact. There was a time when our suzerainty extended right up to Burma on the one side and Afghanistan on the other, and right down to Ceylon. This keeps changing. Recently, we lost Pakistan and Bangladesh. So these territories change because we are not able to maintain control over our territories with our philosophy. For example, the same gods were there 100 years back in Kashmir, in Pakistan, in Bangladesh. The remnants of it is there even today in Bangladesh. But it is not there today. It is because we were not able to maintain our control over these territories. Likewise, the people who represent this philosophy, the state, sometimes may not be able to represent this philosophy. And so the state may change. But the people do not change because it is a bottom-upward civilization. I will give you an example from Pew Research in America. In 2020, they said there is political polarization in America, which is not something unique. Every democracy has a political polarization. But what is happening in America is that it is bipartisan politics that unites America. Polarization divides America because there is no commonality in America. One point which I want to mention is that in America there are only 3 canonized saints. There are 30,000 in Italy. Every street has a canonized saint. And in America only 3. There is no sacred place. There is no sacred mountain. There is no sacred river. There is no connect between the people and the land. America is a real estate. So this whole Western concept is a top-down construction of nations. Few powerful people built the nations. Arun Shourie wrote it beautifully in his secular agenda. Marriages and concubinages used to decide the extent of territories which a king would control. Eric Hobsbawm said, was the greatest left historian, that it is states and statesmen who create nations. Nations are made by state and not vice versa. But it is the reverse in India. When I went to Kumbh Mela, 3 days I was there. I could see a bottom-upwards nation. The states have changed. Invaders had come. Colonizers had come. They upset our whole institution. But the bottom-upwards consciousness has saved our country. This is what Mohan Bhagwat mentioned. This is the Atma, this is the soul, this is the purpose of our civilization.
Right.
So if you go to Kumbh Mela, you will realize how diverse we are, even within the whole concept of Hindu. You need not have to say Hindu or non-Hindu to show diversity. Within Hinduism, the extent of diversity is more than the diversity of the rest of the world put together. So it is only those who are not very familiar with the Indian civilization and its course, they will speak like this. Never in the history of the world, 2000 years back, the Puranas defined the geographical area of a civilization, and which is the border in the north, in the south, in the west. And who are the people resident there? They are called Bharatiyas. This is what Brahmanda Purana says. And they believe in karma and rebirth. Have you ever seen anywhere in the world a civilization, its territory, its people being defined so concretely? And the Puranas say, if there is a Chakravartin, he will rule the whole area. If there is no Chakravartin, it will be ruled by different people. That it is ruled by different people doesn't mean that it ceases to be one cultural entity. That's what Bhagwat meant. It is a very short-sighted approach to say that, he spoke about state and nation being different and state can change and things like that, because it's pure illiteracy.
Right. I must bring you, sir, to your